How useful would it be to have these Bleach abilities in real life? I'm going based off a ranking system, which is pretty much a tier list. We're starting off with absolute yes. Absolute yes would mean I definitely want this ability in real life. It'd be incredibly beneficial to me. And spoiler alert, if you know Bleach, you know the one ability that's going to be here. Next tier list is it's good, where it's not as great as absolute yes, but it'd still be good to have in real life. The too situational is when an ability has too many guidelines for it to be activated or it to be useful in real life. And then the assassin slash walking calamity, you're just, with this ability, you're just a menace to society. And the only beneficial aspect that you would bring to society is straight up just murder. And then the dog water, where this ability does absolutely nothing for you at all, not one bit in real life. The race that we're starting off with are the Fullbringers, as they have the least amount of members, so it's much easier to get through them all. So first off, just to set up a guideline, I will not be introducing the generic abilities of every race. We'll only be tackling their unique abilities. For instance, the strongest Fullbringer, besides Ichigo, is Aura Michibani, but she has no unique Fullbringer whatsoever. Her Fullbringer ability is pretty much just the generic Fullbringer abilities, but on steroids, therefore she's not going to even be on this list. The first Fullbringer that we're going to address, besides Aura, is the GOAT, the best written antagonist in all of Bleach. Yes, that's for a fact. Binjo Kujo, or Kujo. I forget how to say his last name. But his Fullbringer ability of Cross of Scaffold is really unique in the sense that there's still a debate on what it actually does. Now, we see here he's able to steal each of those Fullbringer abilities, yes, but throughout the Fullbringer art, it's implied that that's what substitute Soul Reapers can do, therefore each of them can do the same thing. But it also sounds like it's just a Fullbringer trait, as Fullbringers use hollow abilities, right? And hollows get powerful from devouring each other, so it makes sense if Fullbringers also get powerful from just devouring each other. But either way, that is not Ginjo's ability prior to some people's beliefs. His ability seems to derive from something like splitting off energy, and that's really it. How beneficial would this be to me in real life? Not one bit. I mean, think about it. What can I do with that? Just pure raw energy? Well, I'm a landlord, and if you don't pay my electrical bills, I just take out across the scaffold and zap the outlet instead of just pressing the lever on it. I mean, come on. I can't think of anything for it right now, which is why, sadly, the best written antagonist and their ability has to go in dog water. Next up is Kirito. With the ability of Time Tells No Lies, he's able to set terms and conditions which can't really be broken, but at the same time, it somewhat makes you wonder what the point of it is. As in, well, sometimes it gives people a boost, other times it doesn't. So, in those times that it doesn't, it makes you wonder why he does it in the first place. But this is an instance where it's more definitely more useful than Rinjo's ability, but it's far too situational. Therefore, I'm putting it into situational. Next up is Jackie Tristan, with her Fulbright ability of Dirty Boots. Her ability of Dirty Boots pretty much makes it so if her, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. If her boots ever get dirty, she gets stronger. And well, that that is way too situational. But at the same time, what would you even use it for? I mean, with Jericho's ability, you can pretty much set timers for anything you want. It's applicable to pretty much just about anything you set your mind to. But if I want to get stronger, I had to purposely go out of my way to dirty my boots. I don't even wear boots. My shoe selection is just two sneakers. It's just nothing. So not only I wouldn't have any boots to turn on the abilities, it's far too situational. Therefore, it's actually even lower than situational. It's assassin. Because the only time I ever want to get stronger is if I want to kill somebody. So next ability is Morishi Shidorara's Jackpot Knuckle. His ability of Jackpot Knuckle makes it so he strengthens the odds of anything he punches. This is really noticeable, well, not noticeable, notable in what Ikaku says of how his punches aren't even that strong. So the fact that he can make a tree split in half really shows how lucky his powers truly are. And this isn't even applicable to a fight, it's applicable to anything he punches. It doesn't even have to be a hard punch, as previously stated. So if I want my luck to go up on something, on a freaking tension impact gotcha game, maybe all I should do is just punch the screen, just give it a little tap, ding, ding. And yeah, that pretty much gives it to the it's good. It's definitely not an absolute yes. I wouldn't really want it personally compared to these other Fullbringer abilities, especially. But yeah, it goes there. Next is Orihime, and this is the obvious one where it's an absolute yes. It's not just healing, it's the rejection of reality. This applies to absolutely everything. Just imagine. Never have to wash my clothes ever again. Oh, that's dirty? Rejected. Oh, my sneakers are busted up? Rejected. Think about what about food? Huh? Like you accidentally mess up food? Rejected. Oh, my hair. My hair is, I'm really bad at styling my hair. And the one instance where I'm able to style my hair good, I could just keep it like that forever. Because if it ever gets bad, boom, rejected. Now, this is applicable to like a tech repair shop that I can own where someone brings in a broken PS3 and then I just go like, oh, okay, I'll check it out, take it to the back, boom, rejected, and I make my money off of that. Not only that, but then I can even become the hospital. I could just make all the hospitals in my country go out of business by making them come to me. Think about it. Oh, cancer? Rejected. Like even things that aren't curable yet? Boom, rejected. I could literally just reject HIV. It's not even just wait. Now that I'm thinking about it, can this be applied to mental illnesses? Like if someone has clinical depression, can I just reject it? Yeah, I'm basically a god with this ability. This is the obvious absolute yes. Who wouldn't prefer this ability over the other ones? I mean, come on. Even after this, I don't think any Fullbringer abilities will beat this. And speaking of after this, that didn't even make any sense. Yukio's ability. Oh, I didn't even name Orihima's ability. It's called Shun Shun Rika. But yeah, Yukio's ability is called Invaders Must Die, which is all related to his handheld console, which is pretty much a PS Vita. And because of that, he's able to have a bunch of gaming related abilities. First, he has to transport you into his video game world in order for most of them to apply, but then he gets buffed up to where he can apply to the outside world. But we're not imagining this with the buffs, alright? So with this ability, I can just transport anybody into the inner world that I want. But the real question is if this can be applied to me. Like, imagine if I transport myself into my PS Vita with another console and make the PS Vita world go in fast motion so that I can just be there for days on end when in reality I'm only there for a couple of minutes just gaming the whole entire time. This is a pretty good ability, but it's not Shun Shun Rika. So I'm gonna put it on it's good. Next is Ruruka's dollhouse. Anything that she sees as cute will go to her dollhouse. Now, the thing about this is, me personally, I don't find much things cute, so my dollhouse would be incredibly empty. But if you find things cute, props to you, but that's just not me. Yeah, so because of that, I will put it into situational. Now, the next ability, it's pretty much the second up after Orihime Shunshin Rika. It's Tsukishima's Book of the End. Anything that I stab with Book at the end, I can alternate its paths. This is not just for living objects, but for non-living objects. I can make a tree sprout up from the ground because I manipulated the paths of that floor where I nourished it, or I could make the color of the wall red because I just stabbed it and decided in the past I decided to paint it red. Now, this ability is incredibly devious in the wrong hands. Think about it. You see a pretty woman and you're like, that's my wife now. Like you could do some pretty evil stuff with that. Or the other thing that I was thinking you could do, what if I just want to become a billionaire? Just search up a billionaire and stab my way to the top and pretend to be their child and then make me their favorite child so that I could get their inheritance and they just mysteriously die. Come on. Like, that's easy money right there. So absolute yes. For the money thing, of course, not the girlfriend thing. That was kind of weird. Next off is Chad's ability. This it's just I would put it in dog water but it gives him strength. So I will put him an assassin slash walking calamity. Does Tax Fullbring even have a name now that I'm thinking about it? I don't think it does. That's kind of sad. But yeah, either way, this is the really short start to an incredibly long video series of ranking the Bleach abilities in real life. Yeah, do any of you guys agree with this ranking? I surely hope you do, or not. Put it in the comments below. I'm willing to hear anybody out. Next is the Soul Reapers. That's gonna be an incredibly long video, man. Alright, editing Lottie here, and after giving it some thought, Moe should be way higher up, considering that I just stated in the video that I could become rich from Tsukishima's ability, and I gave that an absolute yes. Therefore, if I can become rich from Moe's ability, that should also be an absolute yes. I should stand on equal footing with my opinions. And I didn't add Ichigo originally because I was thinking this dude just has generic Fullbring abilities, but after giving it much thought, his Fullbring ability is basically a sword coming out of his deputy badge and shooting get to the Tenshos out of it. So I should count that. But this tier list is a character tier list, so there's only one Ichigo, and I'm saving that for the Soul Reaper video. So let's pretend here that Zangetsu here is Ichigo's Fullbring abilities, and a sword that shoots Getsu the Tenshos. Honestly that's between Assassin and Dog Water, because I'm still a normal human. Now I just have a sword that basically shoots laser beams. What is that gonna get me? I'm gonna choose Dog Water on this, because it doesn't make me stronger like Chad or Jackie's ability do. Again, I'm just a normal human who now just shoots laser beams. It's no better than Dinjo's ability. But yeah, that's all. Uh, Subscribe for the Soul Reaper video. Yeah, have a nice day.